Hey Sarah, it's Oceana with G3 Agency. This is your free website audit for Brimley's White Glove ChemDry. So the idea behind this video is that I'm going to show you what you can do to get your site in front of people who are searching on Google for carpet cleaning in the Tempe, Peoria, and Chandler area. So hopefully that information is helpful for you and what you're looking for. So let's get in. So the first thing is, of course, having a big click to call phone number at the top is really good. I would make this phone number a lot bigger, and I would also make it a click to call so that the over 50% of people who are going to be on the site will be on their mobile phones, and that'll just help the amount of people who actually call once they get to your site. The rest of this video is going to be more about getting people to your site than getting them to take action once they're there. Just know that going in. So it's great you have a big, the form right here. I'd say it might be a good idea to have a shorter form for people who are not about trying to fill this out by hand. Perhaps something like just their name and phone number. The shorter the form, the more conversions you get. But I said I wasn't going to talk much about conversions, so let's get past that. So the next thing would be content. How many words are on the page? Do you talk about what you do, where you do it, how you do it? Honestly, you guys are doing a really good job of this, and have lots of content on your site. The question is, do you have the specific phrases in here that'll help you get in front of the people at the right time? So those specific phrases are going to be these over here. So I used my Keywords Explorer from this tool called Ahrefs has a Keywords Explorer feature. So I added carpet and I said, cross-reference that with any keywords that have Peoria, Tempe, or Chandler in there, and then don't include anything that has Illinois. Right. Now we've got this list of ways that people are things that people are typing into Google when they're looking for carpet cleaners in that area, as well as how many times a month people are doing this generally. So about 200 people each month type this exact phrase into Google, character for character, exactly the same. And then this keyword difficulty is what KD stands for, and it's basically a competition score. How difficult does this tool think it would be to get to the first page of Google? Anything under 5 is really actually what we call low-hanging fruit. It's kind of like an easy win, right? So this is really good. This is a really impressive lineup. I'm not going to lie. I got really excited when I saw this. I'm kind of a dork. So how do you show up in front of these people? Well, I will show you. So not only do you want to you have a lot of words on your site. You might want more, but you already are ahead of a lot of people. But you want to make sure that those exact key phrases are in your content someplace. And then another way you can add those keywords to your site without it just being like tons of words. Is you can actually save images as those words. So if I right click on this image, click save image as, I can see this image was saved as carpet cleaning team, which is helpful, but what would be better is if this was saved as that like exact phrase that we want to look at, that we want to show up for, right? Okay, so then the other thing is you want to make sure that your UR and DR scores are as high as you can get them. And I can see that you have a lot of referring domains and backlinks, but that they're low quality because 88 referring domains should result in a higher score than this. So I'm guessing there's a lot of low scoring referring domains here. So I'll check that out in a second. But first I'm going to explain these to you. So UR score is how trustworthy Google thinks that this exact page is. In this case, it's your home page because that's the page I put in. And then your DR score is the same thing, but for your entire website. These are decent scores, but these are not as high as I would expect. With your website is very professional and you've got a lot of referring domains. So I would expect these to be a bit higher, which is why I think that your referring domains are low. So how you increase these is with high quality referring domains, which are basically just which websites are out there with a link to your website on it. So for instance, Facebook. You know, this one here, barefootinthekitchen.blogspot.com. It's got a DR score, which again, I'll remind you is how trustworthy its entire website is. It's got a 13 out of 100. And this is kind of low, but not terribly low. This here is a really good one, customerlobby.com, 79 DR. So that's a really good one. And then you've got all these low scores. And this, I'm guessing, is from being hiring a search engine optimization expert that wasn't actually an expert. This is, or maybe it was a while ago that you did this stuff, because these low scoring blogs used to do good. They used to help with showing up. But recently, Google's done some changes and they don't like these. They seem scammy to them. So you really want to find sites that have these higher scores to point to your site. And you might actually want to clean up some of these lower score ones, seeing if you can get them disavowed so that they don't pull your score down, because these are really not, you should not have such a low score with all these, with 88 different referring domains. It really is pulling your score down with all these zeros. So that's my diagnosis on that. So then, okay, so assuming that you're going to go through and you're going to, you know, add these phrases to your site, and you're going to save your images properly and all that, what are you up against? You know, so if we put in carpet cleaners Peoria AZ into Google, like those 200 people are each month, what do we get? Well, first of all, we get the ads. Everybody skips past them. Not everyone, but a lot of people. And then you have the map pack. This is one of the most popular ways for people to find services. And so we want to show up here, and how we do that is with optimizing our GMB. So a GMB is a Google My Business, and you can create one if you don't already have one. Oh, you do. I'm sure you do. Let's see. I'm certain you do. So you want to make sure that your name, address, and phone number are correct in your Google My Business. And if you need to edit your Google My Business, you can by going to business.google.com. It'll redirect you to the correct site, which I can never remember the address of. But if you go to business.google.com, you'll be able to put in your site information and your business information, and make sure that your name, address, and phone number are correctly listed. And then you're going to put that information into different directories like Yelp, Yext, CityStar, White Pages, specifically your name, address, and phone number, because those are the three parts that make up a citation. And every citation is going to be like a vote of confidence, telling Google, yes, these guys really are legit. They serve this area and they're trusted by other people. So that's going to help you show up in the maps section. And you actually don't even need a website to show up there, although it does help if you have a website, because then you can people can actually click on to see your website from here. The next thing that you want to do is show up in this area. This is the the organic results, and you definitely want to show up here because they're getting a lot of traffic. When people come to this page here, a lot of people skip right past the maps. They're not looking for a Yelp, which is like a directory. They're going to that the first website that's a local result. So we want to compare you to them. This is their site, and we want to think, what is it that they're doing right that they're showing up here? So they definitely have like less words than you do on this page. So what is it that they're doing? Well, they have their images saved a little bit better. It's not just random letters, but it's actually words that are relevant. Huh, it keeps moving around. Oh, annoying. Okay, maybe if I do that. There we go. So you can see they saved their images with words. Peoria carpet cleaning, though, is not exactly carpet cleaning Peoria AZ, right? So we could get ahead of them by saving our images properly. And then we can see also they've got a very high DR score. That whole website score is very high. 52 is really impressive. We don't have to beat out their whole website though. We just have to beat out this page, which has a score of 16, and it's only got 9 referring domains. So, I mean, these are not the only things that Google uses. Google is quite tight about letting people know exactly how they rank. But this is one of the things you definitely want to make sure that you're beating them in the UR, which it looks like. What was their score? Yeah, so you're going to want to increase your UR score by at least 6. And then your DR score, you don't have to have it up in the 50s like they do, but you do want to have it about the same as your UR score. Keep these pretty balanced. Basically, that's going to show Google that you're a well-rounded website. And then you have lots of referring domains, but notice how they have less referring domains. They have a lot less, but look at these scores, 66, 73, 79. None of them are below 13. 13 is the lowest one, and even that would be a little bit low. I would say like 20, this 21 is probably the lowest one they should have. But you can go through and actually see if you can add your information to these same ones, and then see if you can get those low quality ones maybe disavowed. So if you would like more information, if you have any questions for me, I would be happy to help. This is how you can get a hold of me. I would love your feedback on how I did, if this was helpful, if I talked too fast, if I should have gone into more detail about this or that. I'm happy to get any feedback that I can. I'm really trying to do as well as I can on these to help as many people as possible. So thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye.